Our 10K subs celebration continues with more giveaways and more 2000X figures are coming to MOTU Origins. We chat about that and a gaggle of pre-orders that went up this week from G.I. Joe, Superpowers, Star Wars, and more right now on Toy Habits Live.
And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Toy Habits. I'm Michael.
And I'm the Toy Sorceress, and you're watching Toy Habits Live. It's Friday, Michael. How are you?
I am so good. TGIF. Let's do
this.
Yes,
I know you had like a semi-long work week because you had to work over the weekend and you had a couple of days off and you look so refreshed.
I know. It's feeling a lot lighter now that project is over. I get a little reprieve before probably they'll throw another stressful one at me, but let's do this.
That's amazing. I've had nothing but paperwork all week for work, but I'm glad that I got that all done. So
okay. Yeah. Very good. It's Toy Habits time. We get to talk about toys and we get to celebrate everyone in the chat and who is watching right now because we are in our 10K celebration month.
Yes, we are. And I'm happy it's Friday. I'm happy we're here with our amazing Toy Habits viewers, everybody in the chat. We have more cool stuff to give away. Yes. We have fun things to look at during our Toy Haul section at the end of the show. And so many things to talk about that happened this week, especially today. I think we got slammed with a lot of news, which happens a lot on Fridays.
Yeah, and we made our own news today too, which is always fun.
Yes. Yeah. And I want to also apologize to everybody. I had no idea, I guess maybe for the last show or two, that my microphone wasn't working right. Thanks for people in the chat letting us be aware, which I figured out after the show ended. And it was one of those weird Microsoft, like all of a sudden it doesn't read your device connected to the computer. And it was using my mic on my webcam or something. That's why the sound was all jacked up. After several hours of trying to fix it, I hope I'm back. So people in the chat, if my sound gets messed up again, please let me know because
it sounds awesome.
I have a way of telling. So that's great. Wonderful. So while we're at it, why don't we go ahead and say hello to everybody in the chat and dive into this super oversized Friday edition of Toy Habits Live.
Sounds good. All right. While you do that, I will get the Toy Habits crew going. That's a tongue twister. Thanking everybody who is our crew members from our Addicts, Junkies, and our Fanatics. So thank you for the support, everybody. And actually, this is very apropos because it is Star Wars Celebration weekend. So.
There you go. Yeah, it's incredible. And like, it's funny because it's in Japan, which is amazing, but they're on a totally different time frame than we are. So we started getting news last night as we were trying to go to bed.
Right.
So I found myself scrambling to write up an article pretty late last night, which I thought was really cool. And we'll look at that. We'll look a lot more. But it's hard when you're like on a different side of the planet and time zones don't match up, but the toy news never stops.
No. It's 24 hours.
Big hello. It never stops. Big hello to Frank Pryor, whatever awesome crew members. We got right-handed Skeletor. We got crew member Carnage 717. It's Toy Habits time, people. We got Lord Hoagie here, Toy Monkey Customs, Kevin Florence, the one and only Joe Coleman. He stole your line, Joe. It is Toy Habits time, and good to see you. Joe is one of our original crew members. Hello to Joe. Okay, Ralph Riggin is also here. Good to see you, Ralph. We got Roman Schilling joining us. We got crew member Joshua Robbins, and he's like, it's almost Toy Habits time. Now we're here. Very excited to get his cartoon Buzz-Off, Frosta, and Invisible Skeletor coming tomorrow. Congratulations, Joshua. That's amazing. We got Rob 2023, also one of our crew members. Rob, please say hi to your mom, Dorothy. Hope you guys are both enjoying watching us. Crew member Frankie Rivera is here. Brian Woodruff. Crew member Brennan Barnes. Happy Friday to you, Brennan, as well, on our U93. And a big congratulations to Frankie Rivera for being a member for 21 months. Yay! That is amazing. And Frankie, we want to thank you for all your support. Frankie's been around for a long time. And always just, so much support to us and the rest of the crew. And I know you guys have a blast on Discord. And one of the fun, benefits of being an Addict member is that you get to be on Discord and you have so much fun chatting and sharing, toy news and collection pickups and all sorts of stuff. I see your messages flying around all day. Just too busy to get to them. We got a big hello to Chris Owens as well. Dave Schnelly is here. A big hello to our crew member, Giraffe. He's happy about Ultimate Warrior. Yeah, that was a pretty cool figure. Stephen Komarak is here. We got Nunya Biz joining us. Crew member Bigum is also joining us here. We got Jim Smith. Alex Valdez is here. Vlad the Impaler. What's up, my friend? Vlad, while I have you, I totally forgot last week while I was showing your amazing gift that you sent me. There was one thing, and I forgot because it wasn't in the pile. Vlad also sent me this Toy Habits signage here. The letters that you see behind me that spell out Toy Habits is a bunch of different Marvel characters that are up on the wall that make up each of these little metal plaques, which is incredible. So Vlad, thank you very much. I made that. I hung it up behind me and he spelled out Toy Habits. So thank you for sending that. And I moved my little wall plaque He-Man right underneath. So
freaking cool.
What's up, my friend? Thank you again for that gift. It's incredible. So I guess my head is blogging it, but it's back there. Big hello to Joey Curell as well. We got Keith in the house. We have Cobra Emperor 6, G.I. Joe O-Ring Collector Delta 17. That's a long one. A big hello to the Collector, one of our crew members as well. We have the one and only crew member, the Baroness of Toys is here. How is it going, Baroness? It is Friday. Good to see you. We have crew member Mint with Card also joining us. We have Aaron here. Hello to Aaron. Hope you are doing well. We have Steve M here. We have the one and only Retro Toy Princess. Greetings, party people. Hi. Good to see you, Allison. And she is also one of our original crew members. We got Chris Nolan here. We have one of our amazing crew members, Texas Toy Addict, also joining us. Yo, Joe, to you too. Captain Zeus is here. Sergeant Savage, 1944. Paul Galliano is here. Good to see you,
Hey,
Paul. How is it going, my friend? Mythic Dolphin is joining us. Gavin Reyes is here. Allison Troy with a big, oh my gosh, not to be a braggart.
I love that.
It's like, gotta pat myself on the back. 25 months.
That's
amazing,
huge.
Allison. She was one of the first group of original crew members to sign up, and we thank you for all of your support. That is an amazing milestone. I can't believe it's been that long. You are awesome. And a big congratulations to Black Phoenix, which has been watching us for the longest time and also now been a crew member for 6 months. Congratulations to you too. That is amazing. We have the best crew around. Big hello to Justin Mohan. We also have Angry Wookie Sounds. You just, because you have such a cool name, you get Chewy saying hello to you there. And I think I got everybody in the chat. If anyone else joins later, we'll try and flash your comments up on the screen as we move along. So, Michael, now that we went through that big, long list of people, let's dive into the news.
Sounds good. All right. Before we do that, we are dedicating this month to thank several people each week this month. And I actually wanted to give a big shout out again to El Cofre Geek on Instagram. So he has been the Amazon wizard who dug up the Amazon listings for the latest G.I. Joe classified series wave that went for pre-order, allowing us to get the official images ahead of Hasbro's official reveal a day ahead, and get the Amazon links for everybody so they could order them. And it seems like Amazon is coming out as the price leader in all of this price craziness that's going on. But we really wanted to thank El Cofre Geek for those links. You're doing a service to everyone.
Everybody. Absolutely everybody. That was amazing. That was amazing. And big thank you to El Cofre Geek for helping us out with that. The toy community thanks you. And yes, Amazon has been pretty much the best prices on all of these latest pre-orders. So hopefully a supply is there. I think these are all still in stock. If you haven't gotten to order them, go ahead. Monkey Wrench might be sold out if I'm not mistaken.
He came back.
But he came back. Oh, wonderful. See, that's
Yeah.
the great thing about Amazon. Like stuff sells out, then it pops back up again. So that is great. And that's because they're so big and they have that buying power.
Yes.
Disservice to your wallet. I think
seriously, like this whole month has been a disservice to, I mean, especially this week too, with G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Superpowers. I mean, if you collect all that stuff, you dropped a whole load of cash today. Or this week.
It was a rough week for our wallets. Also, we want to just remind you guys that during this show, we are still going to be doing another 10K giveaway.
Yes.
So stay tuned throughout the entire show. Michael is going to show what we're going to be giving away. But before we do that, we also want to congratulate last week's members. So if you go to the next slide, Michael, the next 2 slides.
Yes, I will just have one more person before we do that. And it is the one and only Mr. Home Arcade. And he does such a service to the Masters of the Universe community by getting figures way ahead of schedule. I mean, he goes above and beyond to put his videos on YouTube months before the actual figures get released. And he does us a solid by sending us the images so we can share them with our website viewers and everybody here. So Mr. Home Arcade is awesome. And we also called on him for a special task last night. And he delivered, but we will get into that when we talk about the news. But huge shout out to Mr. Home Arcade. He is amazing and also just a great person to chat with too. Good friend.
Thank you, Mr. Home Arcade. He always comes in with just such incredible support and such an amazing collaboration to get all of those figures early and let us all get such great, early looks at the new figures coming out. So and then you take such amazing photos.
Yes.
And hilarious ones as well.
Yes. And all of these little thumbnails are like, this is only a portion of what we've all collaborated on. And so, I mean, this week he was batting 1,000 with, or let me say a hat trick with his cartoon collection in hand images and videos. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Absolutus tuchus. All right, let's. Sorry, that's I think my dad says that.
You had that accent perfect, like my grandma used to say.
With the ch, right? With the ch.
Yes. Jewish.
Yes, exactly.
Like I heard that Yiddish in your voice. It was great.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
There you go.
Yes, we do have our 10K sub giveaway that is still going on. All right, so today we are giving away Mosquitor from the Toy Sorceress's own collection. You can see she'll do a nice let's spotlight for the Vanna. There we go. This one's been out of circulation for a very long time, so this is that's really neat.
New for 21.
Oh my gosh, it's been that long.
Yes, you see that?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Allison said,
and it has a little banner deluxe figure set.
Yes. Allison said that my accent was like a big old stick of butter. I love it.
Butter.
I love it. All right. And what else are we doing today? Oh,
we wanted to thank last week's winners, right?
Yes, we will get to that in a second.
Oh, okay.
We have something that is not on here that we're giving away, but I have we're also giving away this Dargon Sectars figure. So we can
wait, you have to do the you need to do the little Vanna.
This is the reissue from the Nacelle company. I have this opened and I was like, oh, maybe I want 2, but I don't have any room to throw this on the wall. So
so you're going to get that from Michael's very own personal collection.
Yes. And then what else? Oh, yes. We have a Turtles of Grayskull Merman that we're also giving away today. I don't have that because that is donated by our friend Jason Tran from Southern California, who we met at WonderCon a couple years ago.
Yes.
And then a very fun Hot Wheels Optimus Prime that we will also give away, donated by our very own Rob 2023.
Yes, and there's a photo of it further down the slide, but now we want to give a big congratulations to our winners from last week. I actually created these little postcards that I was going to send to each of the winners, and my freaking stupid printer crapped out on me and I couldn't print in color. I tried for 2 hours and it was spitting everything out in black and white, and darn you, Eco Tank, I don't know what's wrong with you. So, because I haven't barely ever used any color, it's full of color ink and it just wasn't printing. So anyway, I did email this to the winners, each of their little custom signs I made for everybody, but I wanted to share it with you because we want to give a big thanks to all our viewers and a big congratulations to Jason, who won Rio Blast last week, to Steve, who won Leatherhead last week, and then we also had, next slide. We also have a big congratulations to Kevin, who won those really cool little micro G.I. Joe vehicles, and then Robert, that won the first wave generation of Superpowers Aquaman. So you guys, all the items should be on their way to you if you haven't already got them. If you do need a tracking number, just email us at toyhabits@gmail.com. But the ones I sent out were all sent out last Saturday, so you should be getting those. But a big congratulations to the 4 of you. And we have more stuff to give away today. And next week, we'll have our grand prize giveaway of MOTU along with some other items. So that's going to be a lot of fun. You don't want to miss next week.
And here he is. Yes. I was going to say in the flesh, but he's in the plastic. So.
Yes. Absolutely.
Still sealed in the box. I love Daniel's comment. Fabulous prizes were revealed to me the day I tuned into Toy Habits, right? Oh, there he is.
You're gonna get Modi.
There he is.
Aaron, the longest time I had to let him out.
Aaron says, the Toy Sorceress, you have the most haunted computer equipment of anyone that I've ever known.
I know. And I only use this computer for the live stream. I don't do anything else with it.
That's funny.
So it's so unfair.
It's very unfair. All right, let me get this first giveaway started in StreamYard. So I have to do this first before we reveal our fabulous secret, well, not so secret giveaway. So we are going to start off with okay. Donated by Rob 2023. Thank you so much. Say hello to your mom Dorothy for us. She is always a gem, and it's always great to get updates and hear how she's doing. Hope you guys are having fun tonight. All right, if you want to drop the hashtag Optimus, just drop that hashtag in there. And that's it. Nothing else. And you will be entered to win. And we'll do a live drawing. If you tuned in last week, it was pretty fun. We got to little spin the wheel and see if we get these banners going. All right. Optimus to enter the Optimus Prime Hot Wheels toy donated by Rob 2023. So we will let that go for a while. And we're not excluding multiple winners. So you can, if you're lucky and you win all 4, maybe you should go out and buy a lottery ticket or something.
Exactly. So you got to be in the chat to enter, obviously, and watching live right now. Because if not, then you wouldn't have been able to enter the hashtag. But those are the only rules. And good luck to everybody. And with that, and again, thanks Rob 2023 for donating that awesome Hot Wheels Optimus Prime. Let's dive into some MOTU news.
All right. So I think people have been wanting the Origins line to continue with their 2000X figures. And we actually got some very hard evidence that 2 of these figures will be coming. And we hope to see these at San Diego Comic-Con. So what we know so far is Stratos and Triclops are on the list for MOTU Origins to be made in their 2000X forms. And of course, we don't have the official images. These are customs, and we will shout out and give props to the customizers and talented folks who made these. But it's exciting news for the 2000X fans out there.
Absolutely, because we need more Stratos and more Triclops, but they are awesome characters. and just bring on more MOTU Origins. It's cool. It's cool
Yes.
that we're getting more 2000X figures. And I love seeing like these different variants. And because they are in their very amazingly nostalgic Origins form, it's interesting to see how they're going to translate that into a 2000X character, right? Because 2000X was very stylized and like
Yes.
kind of lankier and had sort of, very more modern-esque kind of poses and stuff.
Yes.
And I love to see how they translate that into Origins form.
Oh, totally. Yeah, and also with the limited articulation too. Like some of the figures still had like, whatever 5 POA. You could only basically move their arms, legs, and maybe waist. Maybe they had 6. I forget.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's awesome. I actually have some side by sides that I want to pull up for this one so we can see some of the things. And so, all right. So when I alluded to Mr. Home Arcade doing us a solid last night, I asked him, so he has like millions of figures in his basement. And I was like, hey, do you have a custom 2000X Stratos? And I'll tell you why in a second. And he pointed me to his video where he like walked through like the 250 like custom figures in his room, and he was like, oh, I have an Avion group here, but I was like, nah, they're not quite it. And he was like, all right, hold on a second, I'll make one for you. And so he took, he just basically went and worked for, I don't know, about an hour and came back with these images. And I thought they were awesome because he had to make those like those flight joysticks from scratch. So I was like,
those look like Beastman whips that he painted blue, right? Which is really cool, and that's so creative of him, to use that for the little flight joysticks. I love that.
Yes, so funny. Nunubiz, Mr. Home Arcade has a bunch of body parts in his basement. Yes, he does. He totally does. But yeah, it's funny. Yeah, you can see like the way that the 2000X version of Stratos in the lower left, like you can't move his knees, and so it's like his legs are stuck that way, and like he basically is imposed that way. And the only way you can kind of move his arms, you can move him at the elbow joint, but he can only basically move his arms like up and down.
Because he's going like flap, 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 like a bird.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, but I thought Mr. Home Arcade's he put the cool shin bracers on there too, which is awesome.
I'm trying to figure out what figure parts those are from.
Yeah,
I like the lower legs.
That's a great question. Yeah, I don't know. Yes. He didn't give me the recipe because I think it was like late last night, and I was like, I gotta go to bed.
Where's Allison? She'll break it down.
I know, right? Like, I know exactly where that's from. But interesting, like
they study this.
Yeah, the 2000X figures had action features, so you could actually launch missiles out of Stratos's jetpack. So I doubt that they would do that, but maybe they'll make something similar to that.
So let's see, Manny faces.
Yeah, his his lower shin brace. That actually looks like that. Yeah.
CT Jason, you are absolutely correct because Manny faces legs are blue, and those are absolutely it.
Yeah.
You're totally on point, my friend.
There you go.
Sorry, I just did it on my phone to be fast, but
that's good.
That's it.
It does the job.
I know. That is awesome. So that's incredible. Like, he took and then that's just his lower legs, right? Because it looks like he probably just painted the feet gray.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like the color you can't swap out the ankles, right? You can't, but like if you did paint them,
if it's like the whole lower leg, I don't know how Manny Face's legs are connected because like how He-Man has like the ankle joint at his boot, so you can unplug that part. But I don't know. Manny Face's maybe that whole wrist bracer thingy or like ankle bracer thing pops off there. I don't know because I don't think I have.
It's funny. I do like all the stuff is like parts swappable.
Let's see.
And I
have a Manny Faces.
I never swap anything, and so I'm like, I don't know. And I'm afraid
so
for you
Manny
to do it.
Faces.
So you should break your thing.
No, I know. So Manny Faces has a cut at the ankle here, or at the boot cut. So that's where it would come apart. So it looks like Mr. Home Arcade
Oh,
had
good
to
Lord. Look
take the
who's
whole,
in the
like,
chat.
this whole lower portion of the leg.
CT
Wow.
Jason is Mr. Home Arcade, apparently. He's
Are
like,
you
I know
serious?
because I made him.
Oh my
That's
God,
awesome.
you're so right.
I was like, if he painted that, like the color matching would be amazing. But that's awesome.
Yeah. No, that's great. That looks incredible.
That's so
I
funny.
don't know if he maybe he boiled the bottom of the leg to pull the joint off right there, and then popped it onto the other part, because that's not Manny Face's thighs. So that's cool. Oh, them thighs. Great job. Oh wait,
Yeah.
I took
So
the Home Arcade mask off and put the Jason mask on instead.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. That's awesome. And it's funny, I didn't make that connection, Mr. Home Arcade. So if you've been here the whole time, I hope so, because we gave you a huge shout out.
Yeah, we absolutely. I think
beginning.
CT Jason has been in the chat for a little while.
Oh, good. Very good. But thank you so much for coming in the clutch,
Yes.
because like there were some pretty bad customs that I found last night, and I was like, Mr. Home Arcade either has to have this or has to have a solution for this. So I like what he did.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. But anyway, you did a great job. He looks really cool, and if we get anything close to this, I would be happy.
Totally. All right, are we ready to give away the Hot Wheels Optimus Prime?
Yes.
All right, I got a head nod from the toy sorceress. All right, let's do this. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, let me get everything ready. Got to do the drum roll. All right, let's hit the draw and get this mofo going. All right, we are on our way to having a winner, and it is, oh my gosh, it is Aaron. Congratulations, Aaron. Oh my gosh, that is so awesome.
Yay,
So cool.
Aaron! Aaron deserves that.
Yes, he totally does. And Aaron, it's
congratulations,
probably your time.
Aaron. That is so awesome. I'm happy for you.
It is your time to go out and don't skip the stream, but go out and buy yourself a lottery ticket. So very cool. That's so awesome. Congrats, Aaron. You are
exactly
such a cool supporter of the channel, and we love you a lot. So congratulations. Oh, look at, and here he is. Oh wow. There we
Yay!
go. Woohoo! So very exciting.
That is awesome. So Aaron, go ahead and email.
Oh my gosh, and look who is here, Mr. Home Arcade. Well, that's awesome. Congratulations, Aaron. Yes, in the flesh. Congratulations, Aaron, and we will. Well, actually, this one's coming from Rob 2023. So Rob, we'll get you Aaron's address if that's okay. We can be the mediator for that.
Yes. So. And I love that, our crew is, donating things and stuff like that. All the supporters. This just makes it so much more special, because like the toy community kind of coming together and kind of sharing in the celebration and the excitement and thanking each other, right?
Yeah.
For the shared community, the support. So I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
And apparently they're having sleepovers too. So that's awesome.
Have fun. I want to go to a pajama party.
I know, right?
We should do an episode where we're in our pajamas next time.
Oh my God, we totally should. I know, it's like,
oh my God,
every week. Like every week,
I know,
right?
Well, sometimes I have my PJ bottoms, but not today. I'm wearing jeans.
I know. I like that's all the time. All the time. All right, let us roll on with the news. Look at all the
love for Aaron.
Oh my gosh, so cool.
Yes.
So cool.
And love for Mr. Home Arcade as well. That is so cool.
Yes.
That is awesome. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at Triclops, because he looks great.
Yeah, all right. So Triclops is also coming in his 2000X form. I actually really liked the 2000X Triclops because I thought it was a very nice take on, a figure that is iconic. And there's not a lot of ways that you can do Triclops. But I thought that Stronach had, this isn't an exact like representation of his 2000X form, but kind of the black straps at the top of his chest armor kind of reminded me of those tubes coming down his, shoulders and stuff like that. So, and his very long loincloth.
Tunic, or his loincloth, or whatever you want to call it. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, Mr. Home Arcade digs the muscle shading on him. Yeah, Stronach actually, he is a fantastic customizer, and a lot of his work kind of resembles this. He takes painstakingly puts in the brown wash, to make all those highlights come out. So it's really
absolutely cool. Absolutely. Did we throw up the next hashtag actually while we're diving into this, or we keep going?
No.
So I'm like, nobody's driving the bus.
Sorry.
Oops. We're gonna all go speeding off the end of the cliff.
I know, right? Okay, let's get that going. Sorry, it's like
wonderful. While you pull that up, Rob 2023, send me a message. I'm so curious to see what it is. Yeah. So the next giveaway item is going to be.
Let's see what.
While Michael sets that up.
What are we going?
So we just did the Optimus Prime.
All right, let's do Mosquitor next. So let me get that going.
Mosquitor.
All right.
And all his bugginess here. We got 2 bugs on the show today.
That's right.
Mosquitor and Dragoon from Sectars. So for Mosquitor, you're going to do hashtag flies.
Yes, there we go. Hashtag flies for Mosquitor. I love it. All the bugs.
Yeah, we already had another bug. I think I had called him Bug Guy to start with. And then
right.
Bug Guy. I changed it. Hashtag flies.
Yeah, I really like this version of Mosquitor. He's very cool.
Yeah, he's great. And his little blood pumping feature works really good. So yeah, hashtag flies if you want to win Mosquitor. And he's a really cool version.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny. So I have a funny story about Mosquitor. So the PowerCon 2021 we were both at, and we didn't know each other. I was standing in line to get into the convention, and the guy in front of me, basically, he had a Mosquitor, and I don't think he was out yet, but he was basically taking him around like he was his little friend.
Oh, wow.
And, like posing him in pictures, and I mean, it was really cute, actually, with Mosquitor. So.
Oh, adorable. Adorbs. Did he show it to Pixel Dan? Pixel Dan was there.
He probably did.
That's his favorite figure.
Oh, it is Mosquitor? That's awesome.
Yeah. He has those big. That's big to do with Pixel Dan. Him and Mosquitor, and I think he helped Mattel with part of the MOTU Classics, version of him and stuff like that. So that's like his favorite MOTU figure. Yeah,
that's very cool. All right,
hashtag bees. It's the wrong bug.
Yeah.
Shiny youngster. If you want to youngstar, if you want to participate, make sure to type in hashtag flies. Even though hashtag bees was funny.
Yeah. I wanted to circle back to Clint Allison's comment. He said, so the 2000X Origins figures are exclusive for Mattel Creations or a general retail release. So these will not be Mattel Creations exclusive. So these will be a retail release. We're not sure where these are going to come out, but they're not Mattel Creations exclusives. So there. Yeah, I mean, the door is wide open for a lot of Mattel Creations, and I actually think this is a brilliant idea that they're actually starting to make some more 2000X figures, because what are they going to do with the Club Grayskull line? They have to start all of these sublines over again, right?
Yes. Yeah, they do. I'm telling you, they're finding creative ways to stretch the line, to go as long as it can. And I know as long as they give us the vintage figures in a good cadence of releases, we should be happy. And then, you know, fill the rest of the line with a bunch of other stuff. It's all good.
Yes.
You guys are cracking me up with your hashtags, by the way.
Yeah. Speaking of Mattel, oh, actually, this is a fun thing. If you guys want to drop a what figures from the 2000X line, and this could be figures that were made actually in plastic for the 2000X line, or the ones that you saw on screen watching the animated cartoon, because there are so many more figures that they could have done, which they actually made in classics for the show. What would you want to see in the Origins line if you had, you know, your wish list of 2000X figures? And what we'll do with this is we will circle back to a future live stream, and we will kind of cobble together you know, customs that we might find from around the internet and see what the community wants from the 2000X line.
That is a great idea. I'm just going to plus in Sergeant Savage 1944's comment. Watching you guys instead of Star Wars Celebration, it's cool, but doesn't have the cool giveaways like you. And congrats on all the subscribers. You are too kind, Sergeant Savage.
Yes, and remember that is former King Lion-O channel too.
Yes.
Yes.
and he is there's a Lion-O, which is the one I have on my reach. You know, Stephen M makes a good point. They could start doing some Fuerza T figures, and if y'all are not familiar with Fuerza T, it was actually a line that came out in Argentina where they took the molds of various different MOTU figures, the vintage ones, and they kind of mashed them up and made different characters out of them with really funky paint schemes. So they could have took arms and legs from just totally different characters that didn't go with, and did, you know, a different head and a different torso, and they created totally brand new characters out of them.
Yeah,
with outrageous paint schemes. So it was kind of a fun line, and actually those figures go for a lot of money on the aftermarket now.
Well, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh my gosh, we have a lot of stuff coming in. Discs of Doom. We have Discs of Doom, Skeletor. What else? Oh my gosh, Disco Skeletor is the one that came from this line. So that would be a cool repaint that I'm sure everybody would go gaga over. Steve M, who was the recipient of Leatherhead. Congratulations, Steve. Wants King Hits 2000X. That would be awesome. That would be so cool.
Yeah. What about Sorceress and Battle Armor?
Oh yeah, we need you in 2000X form. Yes.
Why not?
Yeah. What is up, Toy Hunters Hollow? Good to see you in the chat. He says, interesting that they're starting to do 2000X with Mondo, starting to do them. I think this is actually brilliant, because I think everybody is really excited for the 2000X 6-inch line. But if you don't want to shell out $200 or whatever for, I don't know how much they're going to cost, but then you have a cheaper option in the style that you might prefer.
Yes, absolutely. So there's a lot of different characters, 2000X Rattler and Roboto. We saw Ram Man, Count Marzo. That would be really cool.
Yes.
Beastor. Yeah, I mean, these are all amazing. Optic. Skytree is exempt.
That would make Giraffe happy if they made Skytree.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I learned it for as a T from a guy in a hockey match. Angry Cookie Sam.
Oh my god.
That is too funny. That is too funny.
That's awesome.
Well, this is exciting news. And yeah, I mean, it's fun to see, you know, all the various different characters that everyone wants to see. You know, another call out for Sorceress, the 2000X Fisto. Very awesome. 2000X Vehicles and Castle, please.
Yes.
Popular line. Evil Seed. That's a good one.
Yeah.
New Adventures. I wish that they would have, you know, fleshed out the New Adventures line a little bit more. And
yeah.
2000X.
Yeah, Mr. Home Arcade has a cool New Adventures custom coming, and it's funny because he asked me, he's like, "Do you have any interest in this?" And I was like, you know, maybe if Mattel does circle back to a New Adventures line, and actually with their Club Grayskull line, they could. I mean, anything is
Yeah.
possible. They're
Anything's possible.
starting this whole subscription line. It's like they don't want to just release a couple figures and then just kill the one, kill the subscription. They're gonna
Yes, and
hopefully go.
and that is a wonderful segue. Speaking of Mattel Creations exclusives, we got the official reveal of Hurricane Hordak, official images, and beautifully stunning artwork with a bunch of figure teases in it.
Yeah, who is excited about Hurricane Hordak? I was pretty amazed when we saw those like really blurry pictures that surfaced online, but I thought these were really, really cool. I love what they're kind of melding the sketchbook series with their kind of deluxe offering, which is really neat.
Yeah, it's funny because people were calling it like punk rocker Hordak.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
I know, and he's got the back metal chest, which is incredible, and he has his action feature with his different, arm attachments and the little spinning mace and all of that, which is super cool. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it's really neat. I thought this was just going to be just another like single packaged figure, but it was a surprise to me that he was deluxe, and I think the inclusion of the extra head was fun, and the back metal makes him look awesome.
Yeah. Do we have a price point on him already? I think
$25.
Oh, that's a steal. See how busy I was. I didn't even get to look at it yet. Yeah, that's a great price, I think. Great to catch you guys live. Excellent content. Thank you so much, Hot Rod 2188. 88 miles per hour. Just kidding.
Oh yeah, these were the images that surfaced
yes
online. But yeah, it's a fun it's a fun figure, cool packaging, with its own mini comic as well.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, I'm still catching up on some comments, but a New Adventures He-Man and Skeletor with a slush head would be super cool. I'd love to see more of those New Adventure figures.
Yes.
Up in the line.
Yeah, we can actually play this, but I think it's probably gonna play an ad first. But
that's fine.
let's
help support the website toyhabits.com, people.
Yeah.
So
while it plays.
Savage. Yeah, while it plays, Sergeant Savage says, "I like the Hurricane Hordak commercial. That's like he's lifting a boulder and looks like a baked potato. It's hilarious."
Yeah, so it does spin, and his arm cannon, you can basically flip his little arm cannon around and it spins like that. So
yeah, I actually have a vintage Hurricane Hordak up on my Fright Zone now, but he was missing his arm attachments. It's just the figure. Maybe now I can. I don't know. I don't think they'll be compatible, but maybe I'll shove one in there.
I guess I have one.
I do. I can get them down if I had a letter, but I mean, it's over there, my stepladder.
Oh no, I was saying I forget if I have one.
Oh yeah, you don't. I just picked him up actually, like at my local comic shop, pretty inexpensively. Yeah. I'm like, oh, he's gonna look good in my Fright Zones.
Yes.
I brought him home.
Yeah, we also got the cool reveal of the packaging, which was awesome.
Yes.
So
look at that view of his packaging.
Yes, the package.
The package is dead center.
Yes. Oh my gosh, it totally is. It totally is. We should.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, we should totally zoom in. There we go. It's funny because when I crop this photo to get the the teaser.
Yes, I know. I saw the crotch shot. It's also in the high-res images that Roy put out today. It was like half and half with the crotch shot because all the character teases were right there.
Right.
Now I forget what the name of the Scorpion Green guy is, but this is the second time we've seen him, and there's a Fright Zone in the background and a Horde
Doom
Tower, as well as and I see it kind of looks like a little slime, river coming down, and I don't know if that's a tease for Slime Pit or not. But
it's so funny. So just make one already.
I know, right? You're driving us crazy. I'm totally kidding. I know this is what they do. They like to torture us.
I know, right?
But yeah, so we got Dragstore, and then I'll let you run through the other three. I know that's the Spara on the other side on the left.
Right. Yeah. So it's funny you mentioned the green guy because we thought this was Bug-Eye, one of Axel Jimenez's MOTU Classics concepts that never got made, but he actually responded to our article and said, hey, this is actually not Bug-Eye. And so these are two brand new characters that they're probably going to introduce to the line using, new mix of like Modulock parts and new parts. So it's exciting that they're actually augmenting the horde with new characters. So he said, stay tuned, which is always fun to hear from Axel.
So exciting. And we saw the green guy on the back of Modulock's Carter before.
Yes. I think we might have also seen the black one too, if I'm not mistaken.
The other one you might have been on there too.
Yeah.
Yes.
But Dragstore is fun. We had who was it? Master Versal Toy Hunter did a really cool Dragstore MOTU Origins custom. Yeah. And we also had Kenzo's Creations do a Dispara custom as well, which is really, really fun. So this was when he saw this in the Revolution series at the end. He made this actually into a MOTU Origins character using, I think, parts from the Masters of the WWE Universe China figure. But the cool thing is he made her with an alternate head, so you can actually take the mask off, which is neat.
Yeah, that's super cool. Lunchbox Killer 805. There's a very cool comic shop near me that is in Chatsworth, and it's called We Can Be Heroes. So I'm going to give We Can Be Heroes a big shout out in Chatsworth, a big hello to Julio. And they do have toys there too. So that is actually where I picked up Hurricane Hordak.
Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool. So so Hurricane Hordak goes up for pre-order, I think on the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken.
On the 23rd. Yeah. I think 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yes. Excited for more MOTU. And then there's still that mystery figure that's going up on the 28th.
Can't wait to find out what that is. Yeah. I'm excited.
Maybe it's...
I love that it's a mystery. And I'm still what's it called? Traumatized by the Titus is coming out, the big April Fool's joke y'all played on me on April 1st, and I believed it for a minute. and then I happened to play the same joke on the Baroness of Toys and Ken. Just
gosh, that's awesome.
A short amount of time.
Oh my gosh, you played it on
Ken. I didn't look at my message saying, "Hey, what day is it?" until half an hour later. So I don't know if she was walking around all excited, and then realized oh wait, it's April 1st.
Oh my gosh. That is so funny. All right. Oh my gosh, I love this. Do you know and can't tell us? There are countless DMs that I get in Instagram that's asking, do you know and can't tell us? We actually don't know. So.
We actually don't know this time.
No. When we don't know, we tell you.
But we don't.
Yes. All right. Are we ready to give away Mosquitor? Yes, I think we are. Let me get this banner off so I don't...
Who is going to be the winner of Mosquitor?
All right, let's get the.
I was going to do hashtag fly swatter, but I thought it was too long.
Yeah, that is a big one.
Yeah.
All right, let's get the drum roll going. We'll get the drop spinning. All right, who is going to be lucky recipient of? Oh my gosh, we have Cobra Number 6 G.I. Joe O-Ring ... I forget your entire name, my friend, but congratulations.
That is awesome. Congratulations. Oh, he's right here. He's super long. Cobra Emperor 6 G.I. Joe O-Ring Collector Delta 17.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome. It's we see you week after week, and that's awesome that you are going to get one of the from our very own Toy Sorceresses collection.
Yes, this was from my personal collection, and now it'll be part of your personal collection. Look at all the love.
I know, yeah,
for
that's
Cobra
so
Emperors.
cool. Like everybody is so grateful. Like even when they don't win, like everybody's awesome.
I know. That is awesome. That is
Very-
awesome. Congratulations. That's so cool.
Oh, that's
Happy
right.
for you.
The collector Delta 17. That's right.
Yes. Yes,
So
yes.
yes, email us at toyhabits@gmail.com, Mr. Cobra Emperor 6 G.I. Joe O-Ring Collector Delta 17, and we will get your mosquito buzzing after you.
Absolutely. Awesome. So what's the next topic we are going to hand over while you get the next giveaway ready? Okay. So WWE Superstars.
Yes, yes. But let's let's kick off the next let's kick off the next giveaway.
So Mythic Dolphin, while you're getting that ready, Michael, I want to address Mythic Dolphin's comment. BBTS reduced their prices today back to usual on Thundercats Ultimates, and most items that went up since April 2nd, any pre-orders have been given the lower prices too. So Mythic Dolphin, I want to make one little thing to just be aware of. So BBTS had sent an email out, I think last week, that said, even though they have their pre-order prices, that there may be a 15 to 40% fee, like tariff fee on top of the pre-order price when the item comes in, and it'll depend on what the item is and what that fee amount will be. But you'll be allowed to decide if it's going to your pile of loot, decide if you want to keep it or not. If not, you can cancel the item if you're not happy with that. So just be aware, because I noticed today when the Superpowers items went up that there's a little banner on there that they did have the regular $11.99 price, but it says, that there could be additional tariff costs. So check that out first so that you're aware of what it is that you are looking at, and to see if maybe it's stuff they already have in their warehouse that's not going to be affected by the tariffs because it's already on our shores, and that's great. But some items, like do have that notation about the additional cost. And yes, it said 15 to 40%. So just something to be aware of, just so that you know. All right, Michael, you got that loaded up?
Yes. Yeah. Cobra Emperor 6, the email address is toyhabits@gmail.com. So there it is. And yes, so WrestleMania season is upon us. I've had the lovely opportunity to go to 2 WrestleManias in my lifetime. I went to WrestleMania 7 as a young little laddie. I think I was maybe 13 during WrestleMania 7. And then when WrestleMania came to the Bay Area back in WrestleMania 31 at the new Levi's Stadium, that was really fun. What they do now is they start revealing WWE figures from Superstars, their elites, their like kind of their 6-inch line. They had so many figures, but I was only really interested in the WWE Superstars reveals, and we got some really cool reveals. And I really want to thank Ringside Collectibles, and there's a podcast called Major Wrestling Podcast. So they were there and taking pictures of these things. So in the left, we have a Nikolai Volkov. Stone Cold Steve Austin is finally coming to the line. We have George the Animal Steel, and then this is the Wave 14 figures. We have 2 versions of the Great Muta, and we have Kevin Nash that's coming, and then
very cool.
A bunch
I'm
of
excited about Nikolai there. I do have his LJN version.
He's cool. Like I loved him. It's actually really cool that the Iron Sheik and him are coming out, not in the same wave, but similar, like probably on the heels of each other, because they wrestled as a tag team.
And I always have them like next to each other in my LJN wrestling ring.
And then in this one, we have Rob Van Dam, who came over from ECW, back in the day, to the WWF or the WWE. We have the Steiner brothers, and I forget which is Scott, which is who is it? Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner. And then it was so funny because I had no idea who this person was in the lower right. So I was looking at all the comments. it's the Hurricane, and I think the Hurricane wrestled when I wasn't watching wrestling at the time, so I was like, wait. But yes, it is long hair Scott, and it's so funny. But yeah, so we're getting also another version of the Ultimate Warrior, and then there's the Iron Sheik and Zeus from Wave 14. So lots of cool stuff that's coming. Here is Stone Cold, and I think the really cool thing that they did with Stone Cold is they gave they gave him his knee braces too, which is cool. Like his knees were shot when he was wrestling, and so he had to wear these, really bionic looking knee braces. They were really clunky, but it allowed him to wrestle.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, so there's Stone Cold. Oh my gosh, a classic wrestler that I remember from, you remember like the gimmick days where like Doink the Clown, and they had like,
yeah.
What is it like? It was like, I forget his first name, but it was like something the dumpster dros. I mean, it was like this garbage man, and we had Hillbilly Jim and like all the fun, characters. Yeah, George Steele was part of that, so I'm super happy to get him.
He has to have his little, blue tongue sticking out.
Yeah. It's funny because when I was a kid, I thought that like that was how he was. And like that was his persona. Oh yes, thank you, Brennan. Duke the Dumpster Drosy. That's right.
Yes.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, yeah. The George was Mankind before Mankind. That's really oh my gosh, the Repo Man, Angry Rookies. I mean, yeah, there's so many things. Nikolai Volkov, which is awesome. Super happy. They did a great job with his face sculpt too, with like the facial hair and everything. I can hear the Russian national anthem playing in my head when you would ask everybody to stand up.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so excited about that. And yes, so
another warrior.
Yes, we get another warrior who's pictured back here. I actually like that they come with the little like intercontinental championship belts, because not many do, and so it's like you can have assuming if you collect the whole line, you're gonna have a lot of championship belts.
That's really cool. It's really cool. Warrior's one of my favorites, and I love Iron Sheik as well. He looks awesome.
Yeah,
and his shorts have like a lot of detail on it. Those are soft goods.
Yeah, they totally do. Yeah, Mattel is great at the soft goods for this line. And then this is, I have to scroll up, Rick Steiner. So he was the no, that was his brother who was Big Papa Pump. I always get them confused because their looks when they get older, like he looks like Rick when he was younger. But yeah, he comes with his headgear and another title belt, which I guess is TBD. So there'll be tag teams, and I wonder if they'll actually start making tag teams, because they came out with that Dusty Rhodes and Cody Rhodes 2-pack. That would be really fun if these came as a 2-pack.
Yeah, they should do like the Road Warriors.
Oh my gosh, Demolition! Oh my god, I would lose my shit if they did Demolition.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And then we got Scott Steiner. Oh yeah, so this is Big Papa Pump in his long flowing hair days. And yeah, he also comes with another belt. So it's actually cool to see these prototypes in progress. And it's funny because they paint them gray because you can see the little flesh color showing through.
Oh yeah. It's like just to make sure it's a prototype. Like, let's paint it gray.
Yeah.
Just to hide any other imperfections, and they don't want to have to paint parts of it or whatever. So all gray.
Ooh, that's a good question, Clint. Which Demolition duo with Crush? So actually with Crush, there was a trio for a little bit, but I actually love Axe and Smash. I think I did my face paint as Axe for one Halloween. I just wanted to paint my face as Axe from Demolition. Oh my gosh, I miss Steve. I did see those new Demolition and Mr. Fuji figures. I'm totally getting those. I don't collect the 6-inch WWE lines, but I'm definitely going to get those because that is my favorite tag team, like, ever.
I got the big, what's the big rubber guys of Demolition?
You too?
No, I don't have them yet, but I ordered them.
Oh my god! So jealous. I need to come
because
visit
I
them.
don't collect any of the 6-inch figures, but I do like the big LJN ones, and those will match with my vintage collection. So when I see a couple of the like big rubber guys that are cool, I'll order, I'll pick and choose on those because I have like the Macho Man so far from that line.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I love those.
Yeah, and they're in their red outfits, like the red,
nice. Very cool.
thingies.
Oh, the Road Warriors or Demolition?
The Road Warriors.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. I thought you had Demolition. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, sorry, the Road Warriors.
No, it's
My
all
apologies.
good. It's so funny. Brennan's comment, bring out the Gimps. Yeah, they're the Demolition's outfits look very BD SM. Oh my gosh, Rob Van Dam looks awesome. Totally nailed it with the smirk on his face. Yeah, he's definitely like, he would come out and he would just do this and everybody would say like either Rob Van Dam or RVD and chant. So fun. So, very cool that they're coming out with him. Yes, ECW days. Yeah, they're digging deep with these guys, which is great.
Yeah.
Here's a shot of his soft goods and his package, by the way. I mean, it's a pretty impressive looking package. I'm gonna tell you.
As you're scrolling down right
there. As it's like totally in your face.
That's an impressive looking package.
It is. Yes, he is Mr. Monday Night. And then we had the mystery figure, which took me a while to figure out, which is the Hurricane. So yeah, it's the mask that gave it away. And yeah, hopefully he actually had a cape too. So hopefully it'll come with a cape, but all you see is his painted prototype. And it's so funny. Like, did they just paint these like on the plane over here? Because it looks
probably
really
they look like fresh. Yeah.
They totally do. But yeah, so those were the WWE Superstars reveals. And
very cool.
Oops, and I totally forgot to get this banner going. So
oh gosh. Okay, so you guys, real quick, everyone put in hashtag, which one was this one?
Bug Eyes.
Bug Eyes. Hashtag Bug Eyes to win the Sector.
Yes.
Dark Lawn. Okay?
Yes,
so if you want to enter to win, type it in now. Hashtag Bug Eyes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll let this go for a while. Sorry, that's my
okay. Yeah, I thought I was distracting you to get that one ready, and then we just dove into the article and I guess got distracted.
It's all
awesome.
It's all good. All right.
What are we covering next? I got stuff.
Oh my gosh.
G.I. Joe pre-orders.
There's a lot of stuff this week.
Yeah, we gotta move through them a little faster. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, so we got G.I. Joe pre-orders that happen on April 15th of this week. And, funny enough, it was tax day. I thought this was a very solid wave of figures to get.
Yeah. They look great. Love the Battle Armor Cobra Commander. I think that was my favorite of the wave. And then, of course, we got, Paintball Snake Eyes and a new version of Major Blood. And, of course, Monkey Wrench, which I was surprised that he was the one out of the 4 that sold out on Amazon. I think the rest are all available. But I guess he was the popular one of the group. I thought for sure Cobra Commander would sell out first.
Yeah. I thought there was a lot of love for the Cobra Commander figure. So yeah, who in the chat actually picked up any of these or all 4 of them? This is actually a wave that I picked up all 4 of them plus the claw, which was fun. And the claw sold out. So
yes, the claw did sell out. I did not get the claw because I'm trying to conserve my shelf space, and it just has a big footprint. So I skipped it, but the Cobra Commander looks awesome. I just got Cobra Commander and Monkey Wrench because I have to pick and choose. And I'll probably the other ones are still available. So if I change my mind, I'll add them later.
Yes, but these were the official images.
What did you all pick up?
These were the official images that we actually put out ahead of the reveal day, which was fun. So lots of cool Dio images, and
So
I love
Michael this time was the one that found. Sorry, go ahead. I was just going to say you were the one that found the official images first this time. You're the one that leaked them, and then everybody else got them from you. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was fun. We've never done that for the G.I. Joe Classified series, so it was like fun to do that for the first time. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, the Cobra Commander is great.
Usually we get it from somebody else. Well, now they all got it.
Yeah, the Cobra Commander is great, and the little iguana is fun too. And then Paintball Snake Eyes. It's so funny because why did I even order this guy? I'm probably gonna cancel.
I started out with all 4, and then I kind of peeled them off after a couple days.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great homage to the version 4 figure, no doubt. The Dio images are really cool because they, take a look at his grappling hook and stuff like that. So yeah, it's very cool what they did here. And what else do we got? Yeah, Major Blood is interesting because it's they updated the figure buck, and we'll show you a comparison in a little bit. But I actually love the way that they painted him because it actually brings out all the detail in the figure. And I think the Cobra Island figure is like very, very muted.
He looks great, but I think the reason, just personally, that I didn't order him is because I want to hold out for a retro carded version.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I have the Cobra Island version. It's funny, this one, I'm trying to figure out which one to keep though, but maybe this will help me because I do have a
comparison
side by side. Yeah, that just need to just bring up. Oh, here he is. All right, so
nice. Oh yeah,
you can. I mean, the whole figure totally pops with all of the detail, and actually, they redesigned the figure buck so there's no pins in the legs anymore, and there's no pins in the arms. Which I don't know if that bothers anybody. Like it never bothered me, but I guess they're using the updated figure bucks that they have, which is cool.
Yeah, the new one looks so much better, I think, just in my opinion, because the paint apps look incredible. I'm not like a big fan of the way he has his like eye patch to be some kind of more cybernetic thing, and that's probably why I'm just holding off on getting one that's like a retro carded version. That's just
because you want like the what looks like the pipe, the
eye patch,
like the regular,
like the art. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Yeah, cool Dio shots for this guy. And all right, our last one is I thought Monkey Wrench was, I think, one of the best ones out of the wave aside from Cobra Commander. I thought they did a really good job on him.
He looks incredible. It's funny, like that's not the way like I pictured his face to look, because like you're looking at a little 3 3/4 inch figure, so like the way that they built out his face was like so different than I thought. And then I'm like, dude, put your sunglasses back on, because it's really got that like crazy eyed look.
Yeah,
so like fun. I'm used to it with the sunglasses.
Yeah, and hopefully they stay on. Cool.
Oh my god, my Buzzers sunglasses like just like they pop off and like shoot across the room like all the time, and it's so annoying. So I hope that these stay on better.
That's funny. All right. Do we want to give away Dargon? Do you want to do that now? Okay. All right. So
yes, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, let me get this banner off and we will get the Dargon going if you can. All right, let's kill that comment too.
Absolutely. Last chance to put in hashtag Bug Eyes. If you haven't done it, do it now, because we're about to raffle him off.
Okay.
All right, last call. Yeah. Hashtag Bug Eyes. We're doing it.
do it. All right. Who is going to be the lucky recipient of this lovely Dargon figure from my collection? Oh my gosh, Robert Hansenson, you are the glorious winner of this fantastic Sectars reissue from the Nacelle company.
Yay!
These are actually really fun figures. I really want them to make more of these.
That is cool.
Yeah, he's really fun. But congratulations, Robert. Very excited.
Yay! That is awesome. Congrats, Robert. Happy for you. Everybody in the chat is happy for you. That is super cool. That is a really cool figure. I do have him as well. And they're like really nice quality too.
Yeah.
I love how they're made. The plastic feels good. They have like very nice articulation. And yeah, they're made very well. So congratulations. You got an awesome bug guy there, a new insect for your collection.
Yes. All right. And yes, email your info to toyhabits@gmail.com and we will get, or I will get this figure off to you. And all right, I'm going to do this right. 4th time's a charm. We're going to get the Turtle of the Grayskull Merman going because that one I think is going to be super popular, right? And so we'll make sure that we
absolutely. So in the meantime, do you want to talk some superpowers? I'll get that up on the screen.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. So, oh, sorry. In the meantime, there you
go. Hold on. Let me here.
So,
can you
type in #water. Oh yeah. Sorry. Let me add this. Let's take a look at the superpowers. Yeah.
One sec.
We're having a technical difficulty.
Sorry.
No. Right. It's okay. I was gonna.
Here we go. Okay. #water in the chat. And let me get this banner going. So everybody who, yes, #water to enter the Turtle of the Grayskull Merman. Now this one is very, very hard to find, very expensive on the aftermarkets. Thank you so much, Jason Tran, for the donation, which was very awesome. So, all right, let's talk superpower. Yes,
Jason
totally.
is such a nice guy.
He is awesome.
As is everybody out here. You guys are all amazing. So superpowers, and good luck to all of you. #water if you want to win the Turtles of Grayskull Merman. He's a very cool figure. So I think if I don't know if he stopped share, so I can add mine. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so Superpowers Wave 12 pre-orders came out today. We actually broke the leak list for this a couple months ago, and it's where we found the Fortress of Solitude, no less. And we got all excited, and I thought, oh, it was the original Fortress of Solitude. And I think it was before we knew about this James Gunn Superman 2025 movie. But all of these figures are now themed after characters from the new Superman 2025 James Gunn movie. And so we have Superman, Metamorpho. We'll go through each one. There's Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific, as well as a Fortress of Solitude playset. Now, the funny thing is that when these came out, Entertainment Earth had, of course, their case pack that said 6 figures, but it didn't list which figures are in there. So I don't know if there's 2 chase figures or you're getting 2 extras of these 4. Not sure. But we'll go through this. And then there was this extra little robot, which I'll show you guys, that was pictured in the Fortress of Solitude, and I'll tell you where that comes from. So we have all the links where you want to order these. Now, these sold out really quickly today, Michael. So if you do go to our article, I dug up some other links, and thank you for helping out with these.
Oh, sure.
For GameStop, for Walmart. So a lot of these are still available on Walmart and GameStop. They sold out on most of the other websites. So if you want to pick those up, go ahead and check out our article, and we have links to those. So here we have a picture of Superman from the new James Gunn movie with his partner, his dog Crypto, which is super cute. So this is like a repaint of like the newer sculpt of the Superman figure. It's got that new logo on there based on the new movie and a new head sculpt, and it's got the same logo on the back of his cape here. So it's a different paint scheme that kind of matches the movie, and his boots are similar to that. And here we have a little information on the new movie, and here's a shot from when they were on location filming, which was pretty cool. And then we have a Guy Gardner version of Green Lantern that is from the new film as well, and he's got that really funny looking bowl haircut and kind of like a newer look to his Green Lantern outfit. So he looks pretty cool with this nice new jacket on here. And of course, there's also Metamorpho, which is the second time we're seeing him in the line, but this time he's wearing these funky board shorts and it's got a lot more texture. It looks to be like a newer sculpt to Metamorpho, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And if you like that sort of thing. And then there's Mr. Terrific, which he is also, this is a character I'm not as familiar with, but he's very cool, and he's also from the new movie. And one thing that we did find was previously there was a listing of Mr. Terrific with a vehicle, and we'll look at that a little further down the list. But then we had the Fortress of Solitude, and I thought this was pretty interesting. I think it looks like sort of like a cardboard backdrop with some seating area for Superman, and then you see this robot, and I was like, well, is that robot packed in that Entertainment Earth 6-pack as one of the chase figures? And then I came to find out that Amazon is supposed to be carrying a gold label version of the Fortress of Solitude that comes with that robot packed in the box. Now, the one that was for sale on Amazon took out right away, but it was not labeled. It didn't say gold label on the description, and the picture of the box didn't say gold label on it. It looked like the same box. So I don't know if there's a new listing on Amazon for it that we haven't found yet, or if you bought it on Amazon, that's the version you're going to get. I really don't know, but typically when McFarlane sells a gold label box set of something, it is labeled and it looks different, and there's a slightly like $5 more price point or something like that. So we can find that listing if you're interested, because this robot's pretty cool. I would love to get him in the set. And Superman's in his little barber chair there. I'm totally kidding.
Barber chair.
He's sitting in his little Fortress of Solitude chair. And so in this set, the figures are sold separately. Once we get a hold of that gold set from Amazon, he's supposed to come with that robot in there. And then here's just some images of what the old school 1977 Superman Fortress of Solitude looked like, and a custom one here with a very cool vintage Superpowers figure of Superman in there. But we did dig up Mr. Terrific and T-Craft vehicle listing on Amazon, but when you click on it right now, the link is not live. It goes to like the doggy page, where you don't see anything. So hopefully they put that live, but there is a separate vehicle. We don't know what it looks like yet. And I forgot we had this as well. There is an Amazon listing for Superpowers multi-pack gold label 5-pack set. 5-pack. So there's 4 figures in that wave. There's one more figure we don't know about. So could it be that robot, or could it be a different character? I don't know. This listing is still not live, but we have the link for it in our article. So when that goes live, we'll let you know. But if you want to check in the meantime, come back periodically and check and see if that listing goes live before we notice it. And just maybe try and bookmark it. But again, it's that doggy that shows up right now. So we don't know what the T-Craft vehicle looks like, and as soon as we get more information on that, we'll let you know. And if we can dig up the gold label 5-pack and the gold label Fortress of Solitude, we will. Yes, a flying toilet. It might be. I don't know. What
Like
it looks like.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle style.
Oh my god, yeah, like the toilet taxi. But it's still cool to get like a Fortress of Solitude. It's not like the whole, big shebang thingy, but it's never been made. We never had a Fortress of Solitude. So even if you're like not into like this new Superman 2025 movie, if it's not your cup of tea, it's cool for some people. Some people may be old school. Put your old Superman in there. Put your vintage Superpower Superman in there. It's a freaking Fortress of Solitude. It's cool to have. It's only like $30.
That's awesome.
And it doesn't take up a lot of room. It's like a little backdrop. So
Yeah,
you can still stand up some little figures in front of it. It's great.
That's very cool. Are you excited about this one?
Yeah, I'm excited about getting this playset, and I only ordered Superman and the Fortress of Solitude, and I think that's it from this wave. I didn't get much from here, so just those two things, which is enough for me. I've got like a big Superpowers collection, so
Yeah, you
trying
do.
to limit, you know.
Yeah, you do. No, those are really fun. It's really fun to see that stuff come out, and then like to have it drop amongst
But
like all the
one
stuff
thing I dig up is there was also, oh my god. So yeah, this morning we had the Target Holothon event. And then this happened at the same time while I was trying to get the Holothon stuff out. And then we had Star Wars Celebration pre-orders coming up as well. It was just like everything kind of launched at once.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is there is like the McFarlane Superman 7-inch figure from the new line with Crypto. He sold out everywhere as well, but I was able to dig up his listing on Best Buy's website. So if you're looking for him, let me switch screens. He is still available on Best Buy's website. We have a link to him through my Instagram, through the Toy Habits website, Instagram, and also on our YouTube community page. We have a direct link to find Superman right there, and his pre-orders are still available. This is a deluxe figure because it comes with Crypto the dog, which is super cute. So if you want to get him, and then he's got like these different base plates, like one with like, you know, his little kryptonite eyes and stuff like that, extra hands. He's still up on Best Buy because he pretty much sold out everywhere else. So
that's awesome. Check it out.
Yes.
Very cool. Yeah, a lot of the Superman stuff is so cool.
So many Superman things coming out lately.
Lots of Superman.
This time will just sit on my Superman shelf because I've got a bunch of other Superman stuff. So I did order him because he's cool. He has a little doggy. So in the meantime, this is the last thing we have to give away. So we could still move on to our next story.
Yes.
Okay, that did work. I thought I had to stop share, but it allowed me to switch over. That is wonderful. We actually both were able to find this, but I found the Python Patrol bat first. Confirm it is indeed a Target exclusive. Michael has the package you wanted to share. I've got this one in hand here.
Oh,
did you open it? Oh, never mind. Okay, so you can hold yours up too. And so I did an in-hand review. It's a very cool figure. It's a repaint of the Wave 1 bat. But he is in very cool Python Patrol colors, and his packaging looks great. So that's a Target exclusive hanging on the shelf there. I was able to pick him up, and he looks wonderful. I love his packaging. So
yeah, he looks awesome. Yeah, I want them to make a lot more Python Patrol repaints. Like, I love the sub factions, and especially the bat too. Yeah,
that is cool. And I was able to pick him up for my custom Havoc that I picked up from Eternity of Dreams. So he's sitting on my custom Havoc vehicle. It looks super cool. I just added him to the rest of the Python Patrol gang that are hanging out on there.
Yeah, I love that custom Python Patrol Havoc. That's so freaking cool.
The paint job on it is incredible.
Yeah, especially for a custom, like to have a paint job that's so like that you can't tell like it's a custom. Like, that's really neat.
And the stickers or they look like they're tampoed on. I don't want to like pick at them or anything, but they look really, really nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's
see. Looks like Cobra Emperor 6 is from Canada. And let's see. Can this be ordered online? At the moment, no. I don't know if it's going to be available online. It won't be available on super7.com because it is a Target exclusive. It's funny, Brian commented on his own like Super 7 post because somebody had asked the question, and I was like, nope, they're not getting them on Super 7 because they're Target exclusive. So hopefully at some point they hopefully will be available online, so you know you can scan the barcode like the Toy Sorceress did and see if it comes up in the app.
Yeah, so we did provide you with the UPC and the DPCI. If you're in the store, you can ask an employee for help with the DPCI number, and they can look up and see if they have it. But we'll check it periodically, and once it pops up on the website, we'll post the link to all you guys to be able to order. I think it eventually gets put up online. Right now, it just says figure assortment, so it's not like individually on there, but that's typical for when a figure comes out kind of early in Target system. So I anticipate that it'll eventually be online.
Yeah, it's funny because I asked an employee to scan the photo that you had, and he's like, "Oh, we have 3 of them," but then come to realize it was a generic DPCI, and then it was just like 3 Raymars, and I was like, "No." But I did end up finding it.
Did your wife found it though, right?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes,
she is awesome. She is amazing.
She is very cool.
That is so cool. See if we had so the I guess the last thing we're going to touch on before we do the Merman giveaway was all of the amazing reveals and pre-orders for Star Wars Celebration.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a lot. And a lot of stuff that I'm really not into. Like, I'm really not into like the Jedi Survivor game or the Shadows of the Empire, but there were some really cool stuff. Like the Bantha really tickled your fancy.
Oh my god. Okay, so I want to actually cover the Bantha separately because there's just too much to look through right here. So this is what I was covering last night at like 11 o'clock. Before trying to go to bed, because you sent me an image of this and it was on display at Star Wars Celebration Japan 2025, and I had a Bantha like this from the Powers of the Force collection. Maybe he wasn't as like nicely combed or whatever, but it was a furry one and he was okay. The Tusken Raider couldn't sit on it too well, and I was like, yeah, I ended up just selling them just because I don't know, I didn't really display it well. But this new one comes in a really cool retro box, but that's not what tickled my fancy. So the Tusken Raider looks awesome with this nice little soft goods, skirting and everything, and really cool retro looking sculpt. But what really got my fancy, so the Bantha's cool. It's not very different from the old one I had, but when you look closer, it actually really is. So what he has is this mouth that opens and there's teeth inside and a tongue. It's articulated and he can freaking like look at that, open his jaw.
That's so cool.
It's incredible. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have this. So this was actually a Hasbro Pulse and Disney exclusive. I don't know if you dug up the Disney store listing. I couldn't find it, but I did find it
either. So maybe that was somebody's misinformation or something, because it wasn't on there today.
Yeah. So, but look how cool this is. You can stick like some poor unsubsiding droid or something. He's gonna chomp on there.
Chomp.
Exactly. Like how cute is that? So I'm like, I have to have this. Got a face only a mother could love, like you said.
Oh my gosh, I was like the teeth are what got me on that one. And I mean, just to have like, it's just a huge furry cute little beast.
Yes. Yeah, and it looks like the Tusken Raider can sit on it like much better than the old one did. So they probably obviously, it looks like he has a little thing to hold right there on his hand, and his articulation is probably a little bit better. So now he's able to actually sit on there, because my old one would just flop right off. So no, this is not Black Series. It is Vintage Collection, so it's not ginormous. It's more of a manageable size, and it's a 3 3/4 inch figure that sits on top. So it's super cool. You can get it on Hasbro Pulse. I think he's still available. He's not really a reissue, like I said. That's a new sculpt because it's got the chompy mouth.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun, and the box looks so cool.
Yeah.
The box looks amazing. So highly recommend this one.
Bantha with jaw chomping action. Jawa chomping action.
Jawa chomping action. There you go. You can throw some Jawas in there.
Yeah.
They'll snack on them. So I don't know if you want to cover any of these other figures, but there were 2 releases for like Han Solo and Chewbacca. They look like they're slightly newer sculpts. Like the Han Solo looks pretty good, compared to the original Black Series one we have now. I just want to kind of scroll down to those because they were kind of the more interesting. Oh, sorry, I guess he did have those other photos in here. This guy's kind of cool, you know.
Yeah.
This Stormtrooper.
Stormtrooper with a big ass rocket launcher.
Oh, I know. It looks like they took one of the Joe ones or something, which is hilarious.
Yeah, those are funny. Yeah, the two other vintage collection figures that I really liked in this assortment were the Moff Gideon in the Dark Trooper armor, because I love that. That was in season 3 of The Mandalorian, and then Crosshair from the Bad Batch. So Bad Batch is one of my favorite animated series from Star Wars. So I was really excited about those ones.
That's awesome. Do you want to share your screen so you can focus in on those guys?
Oh yeah.
Go for it.
It'll just take a couple seconds.
Go for it.
This is Moff Gideon, in his Dark Trooper armor with his helmet on. So I just thought he just looks really cool, and like I really don't want to buy like the Hot Toys version of this because it's really expensive, and I'll be fine with the 3 3/4 inch version.
It's so funny, right? Like how like some other version of something can kind of scratch the itch and you save like a lot of money.
Yeah, actually, I did pick up the Black Series version. When we were up in Reno, I go to all the Walmarts in Reno, and so I found it's so funny because I was like, oh, I'm not going to collect Black Series anymore, but here I am picking up more Black Series figures.
Go figure, right?
Yes, and then this is Crosshair from the Bad Batch. I love the series, and I'm like collecting Ahsoka, Bad Batch, Andor stuff. So a lot of the new media is really I really like. So that's what I am collecting. So
that is cool. I have to say I don't collect the vintage collection, but I did get the Moss Hansley canteen, or the Mos Eisley playset, like the little street scene, because I want to park that new land speeder in front of it. And I did pick up a couple of the Hoth Troopers, the 3 3/4 inch, just to stand next to my at. They're really cool. I don't like slippery slope, man. I don't want to open a can of worms, but the newest figures are like really nicely paint up. The details are great. So I was like, dang, like I don't want to get into collecting another version of figures, but they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, no, they are looking good. It's funny. Los Pollos Hermanos. So yeah, Giancarlo Esposito plays he's the chicken man from Breaking Bad. He plays Moff Gideon.
Funny. That's funny.
So cool stuff. Star Wars Celebration. A lot of stuff dropped today. So sorry if you're a collector of G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Superpowers, all the above, and your wallet's going to be hurting for certain in April, especially if you have a big tax bill to pay.
Yes. Just a funny comment I had to share from the Baroness of Toys. Looks like he's just talking about the bantha. Looks like he's visiting the dentist. Say, I gotta go get my teeth cleaned next week, actually. That reminds me.
That's cute.
I love it.
Love it. Yeah. This was one of the greatest scenes in Breaking Bad when the character actually dies. He becomes the Breaking Bad version of Two-Face.
Oh my god, too funny. Our wallets are crying. Oh my god, this is so funny. Rick Telligan says Micronauts. It reminds me of that Micronauts guy that you have.
Staring at on the floor right now.
Yes, absolutely. Which reminds me, before we wrap up today, we're gonna do a very cool toy haul segment at the end of this. And maybe we should do that before we give away, man.
We totally should.
Yes.
Yeah. So you'll give people a chance who have not entered the hashtag water in the chat, and only enter it once. It doesn't do you any good to enter it multiple times because it only counts once. So yes, good job, Rob 2023. If that was your first time entering water as a hashtag. So
absolutely
need that Turtles of Grayskull mermaid. All right.
Yes. Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Because you have.
I don't have a lot.
You go first because you have less stuff.
This week, but I did pick up Antok Merrick's X-Wing from Rogue One. I have not opened this yet, but I will throw him on the display. I'm really into Andor series and Rogue One, and so this one was like, I missed this when it was at Target, and so I finally picked one up aftermarket. So, and he comes with the figure, and it's basically a repaint of the X-Wing, but it's just fun to have it in a different color.
That's a really cool looking X-Wing version. I love that.
And then I need to go spelunking off my chair because I also had to get this little droid too.
Oh yeah! Oh my god, the cool red one. That's awesome.
R2 SHW. Yeah.
SHW figure arts. He can sit in the back, right, of the X-Wing.
Yeah. So I was like, well, if I have this, I have to, if I have the X-Wing, I have to get a droid that stays in there. Well, so I have yet to.
It's funny. It's so funny you say that because I ordered that reissue of the X-Wing that's coming out next month, and I've had. Oh, did you? And I've had these two figures sitting here waiting.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I have that Luke. I opened him up and he's just standing on the shelf waiting for the X-Wing.
Waiting for his ride.
Yes.
So. That's a cool looking droid though. I love that red one.
Yeah, it's a fun one. I really like the Rogue One movie, and when I stay at your house next time, we're all gonna watch it.
Yes, we absolutely gonna do that. Robo Toy Fest.
Yes. I want to plus in a Sci-Fi Tsunami's comment. He's a big collector of Micro Galaxy Squadron, and I love the Micro Galaxy Squadron. Like, I've actually picked up a heck of a lot of Micro Galaxy Squadron vehicles because like, if you don't want the big version of something, you have a little one to go.
Yeah, those are really cool, actually.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
That was all I had from my end this week.
Well, since we're talking Star Wars at the moment, I'll share one thing I picked up from one of my local toy shops from Blast from the Past in Burbank. I got this Gentle Giant Yoda figure. So it's like a large scale. I have a bunch of the Gentle Giants around my room. So I've been eyeing this Yoda for a while and was able to get a sweet deal on him. Thank you so much, Blast from the Past. Those guys are really awesome. So I was able to pick up Yoda. He's totally cute and just like a big ass version of him. And then of course there's the card back with all the Empire characters on there, which is really cool. And then this came in the mail yesterday. My Legends of Dragonor Igniter dragon figure. The art on this box is just incredible. They did a really nice job with it. And the figure, I gotta say, I love the figure. I don't know if I can do the conversion of heat. So you can do him in his like warrior stance. So he's right here. Super cool. He's standing up like a regular action figure with his little blade or his little lit up staff or whatever it is. But he looks really cool, and it's very very nostalgic and kind of classic looking, but super detailed at the same time. He is rad. And then you can change out his arms and then put him down in his like dragon seating pose with this little seat right here. So you could actually pose your figures on him like he's a steed that he can be ridden this way. So it's really cool. You can use him either as a steed or as an actual action figure because he has these alternate front legs to switch out
to
do that with. And then like you change out his little neck piece so that he's facing forward, and then his head has a little peg in the back so it would face forward when he's a steed. But I really like posing him this way. And his wings are articulated, his wrists are articulated, and then he's got kind of like the typical POA, and you can move his little tail and everything. So that is really cool. Love that. And then the last thing I was going to share was something I picked up that is kind of super rare for my vintage collection, and it is the chocolate chip macadamia nut version of Chip the Ripper from the Food Fighters line. Now, I have almost a complete collection. I don't have any other color variants. This is the first color variant I have I think I'm only missing the ice cream scoop guy. So I have the regular Chip the Ripper, and I stole his gun because this new one, Chocolate Chip, is worth more money, and I feel like he's more rare. He needs to be complete. So I took Chip the Ripper's gun from him and gave it to Chocolate Macadamia in that version. But I really wanted to have the Cocoa one. He's awesome, and this is the line I used to collect when I was a kid. I had Private Pizza was my favorite. My sister had Brigadier General, and we had a couple of the Food Fighter line from back when I was a kid. Not very many of them survived. I don't. They're really hard to find in good condition. Like they're usually pretty beat up. They never have their accessories. Sometimes they're missing their little helmets and backpacks. Their weapons are super hard to get as well. But Chocolate Chip Macadamia and that Chip the Ripper is really hard to get. So I'm happy to add him to my collection.
No idea when you showed me that. I was like, is that a McDonald's toy? She's like, no, it's Food Fighters. I was like, all right. So cute. I love those.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like you have so many interesting things that you collect and pick up. Like I learn a lot from when you show off your stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, I thought you guys would get a kick out of that.
Yeah, that's really, really fun. Yeah, lots of cool hauls. Oh yeah, I totally forgot that. I'll show these off next week. When I was up in Reno, I went to all the Walmarts and got like a bunch of like Star Wars Black Series and a few vintage collection figures too that I completely spaced on, but we'll do that.
Oh my god, how cool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can show them off next week.
So, all right. Are we ready to give away Merman?
Yes.
Yes, we are. All right, let me turn off this banner. If you want to get your last second entry.
Get your last entries in there. Food Fighter versus Killer Tomatoes. That would be great.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun. All right, y'all. All right, let's do this. Give away Merman.
You guys ready for the big one?
Draw button. And who is going to be the lucky recipient of the figure that has been very, very hard to find? The Vejastiki. Congratulations.
Is that Vegas Tiki?
Oh, maybe Vegas. I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Exactly. I don't know. That sounds like more sense. Vegas Tiki. Yay!
Vegas Tiki. The Vegas Tiki is probably what it is. So sorry for
I like your
butchering
pronunciation better.
I know, right?
Yay!
Well, congratulations. So cool. We will give your info. Oh, look at that. He says, no way. Thank you. That's awesome. The Vegas Tiki or the Vegas Tiki.
They got Vegas Tiki. That was hilarious. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, names are hard.
Oh, I know, especially on a Friday night.
I know, right? Yeah, after a long week and a long day, it's fun. But congratulations, everyone, and congrats to all the winners. Yeah, just send your info to toyhabits@gmail.com, and I think Jason has this figure, so we'll pass along your info, and yeah, we will get that off to you. And yeah, this is super fun doing this. This will be fun. We should like do like a giveaway. I don't know when to say this on there. They do a giveaway a week. Wait, it's fun.
It's fun.
I like making people happy, but I don't want to go.
Yeah, you know what we need to do is create like a pool of money just to pay for shipping stuff.
I know,
so that we can give things away.
Oh, that's right. And last week I recall in Mr. I think Sci-Fi Tsunami was like, I don't have one, and Mr. Home Arcade got him. He just gave him one. So that was an extra. Yeah, that was an extra one. That
is so nice.
So cool.
Look at that. I love how people are spreading the love.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, so cool. Yeah, this is so much fun. There's so many things happen this week, and it's so funny because it's like midweek we're like, oh, what the hell? What are we gonna cover this week? And then it's like boom. It's like
it all explodes at once.
No, I'm glad. Oops, I'm glad that you are stoked about that. It's
Yes.
very cool, especially on a Friday leading into a weekend.
Yes.
And it's Easter on Sunday too. So
yeah, you guys, it's no hurry. Just email us whenever you're ready to, and then we will get the item off to you guys.
yes,
So,
yes,
not
yes.
a problem.
Yeah, and then we have next week we'll have our grand prize giveaway, and then so Rob 2023, his mom Dorothy wanted us to. She wanted to put another figure in the pool, so he texted me that it's a Transformers figure, which we'll show next week. So we'll have a few more things to give away.
Speaking of Rob 2023, so there's 2 Mattel drops on Monday.
Yeah, it's so funny because EE has been moving their Mattel dates, and so we'll see. You know, we heard that Blade, the Masterverse Blade, was going to be dropping in April, so maybe it's this, or hey, it could be Monster High or something like stupid. Like I'm just kidding.
No, that's the Monster High.
I'm just kidding. I like Monster High. My daughter used to play with Monster High. So.
There you go. It ain't MOTU or G.I. Joe. I'm totally kidding. That was awesome.
Good to see Lara in the chat. Thank you guys for the heads up on the TVC Bantha and the Tusken Raider. Yes. Fun set.
Yes, I text Laura today to remind her that it came up. Because we were chatting about that last night. And she freaked out when she saw it, just as I did. And then I'm like, Lara, you got to remember to order this. It's up. It's live. Go, go, go. So I'm glad you're able to get your awesome Bantha. That's so cool.
That's very cool.
Awesome. So we will catch you guys next week with the Modi giveaway and some more items and more toy news. And until then, stay tuned to toyhabits.com because you never know when the news is going to drop. And if you want to find any of the cool figures that we covered today, check our website. We have pre-order links for everything that went up for pre-order. So hopefully it'll make your toy hunting a little easier.
Yes. All right, y'all. Have a great weekend. It was fun hanging out. Happy toy adventures, and we'll see you soon. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.